The first dish I'm going to prepare for you today is it's a classic tandoori recipe, and we think Indian food and we think about tandoori, it's synonymous. So I thought it's a nice one to start off with, and it's lamb from Wiltshire Downs, and we're lucky, we're blessed with some fantastic lamb. That's got a lovely, unusual, fruity and aromatic marinade, and that's made up with sultanas, dates, some hung yogurt, and then you've got scented with cardamom, and then that's going to be served alongside some green chutney, which is a classic combination with tandoori recipes, and then a little patty made, it's referred to as a giloti patty, but that's made, we normally make it with all the offcuts of the lamb, with some lentils. We spice that up with some black cardamom, some cloves, peppercorns. We grind that down into a pate, and then we pan fry that. So, and that's served with some pickles. So that's our first dish. I'll be cooking what we call macher jol, which means fish broth, and it's a classic peasant dish, I guess. And it's one of the first things that I learned how to cook as a child. But it's a traditional West Bengali style fish broth, so strong flavors of garlic, tomato, and coriander. And then what we're doing, we've got some cod loin, which we sous vide, and then we just pan fry, and then that's served with some raw papaya. So we know papaya in its ripe form, but in its raw form it's a lovely vegetable, which that's braised in the actual broth. And then that with some green beans, because essentially, and some green leaves as well, essentially how that broth is normally served, it's usually just offcuts of fish, any vegetables, greens, just thrown in and boiled up together. So that's the second dish. For my third dish, I'll be doing what we call ilachi beef, which means cardamom beef. We've got beef, which we're taking various parts, cooking it differently. So we've got the blade, which is very slowly braised in a spiced braising liquor. We've got a bit of the sirloin, which is just lightly marinated and then sous vide, and then we just seal it off. We've got a bit of sweetbread with some tandoori spices on it, and which works fantastically well, and a little nugget made from the bone marrow, and that's served with kohlrabi, which is a lovely vegetable with some spinach. And then the actual sauce itself, it's a sauce that we did for Gordon Ramsay's F Word. It's the winning dish on the final, and it's bone marrow and bones just roasted off, cooked out slowly with cardamom, and then finished off with a bit of yogurt and cashew nuts. So it's a nice aromatic gravy, nothing too heavy, not too spicy. It's all about the aromats and the flavor, natural flavor of the products.